Hey guys, thank you for watching this video. If you're new here, I'm Elton, a 50-something year old undertaking a long-term photography project in my 1996 Heimer. So you can expect to see travel photography and video from historical sites that I visit, landscape and nature photography, wildlife and animal photography from around my travels, and also video tutorials, camera gear reviews, and hints and tips of van life and long-term travel. So please do join me and hit that subscribe button. Hey folks, this is the third attempt at creating this video, so fingers crossed it's all going to work out. I've decided that I'm going to use my camera, my DSLR, rather than my iPhone to create this video. So hence the third attempt at this. The first one I was out of focus. The second one I was in focus but no audio. And now I'm hoping we have focus and audio, that we shall see in a bit. So yeah, just an update on, because I know it's been a while again since I last posted. I'm not going to lie, this winter has been a bit of a mine. You understand where I'm going. It's been tough. Since I posted last, I mentioned that I had a leak in my skylight. Thankfully, that has withstood the violence that Mother Nature has thrown at us over the past few months. We've had 10 named storms in the UK before the end of January, which is a new record. I don't think it's the most storms in a season, but it was the most by the end of January. Interestingly, I don't believe we had a storm in February at all, but yeah, and strictly speaking, meteorologically speaking, it is now spring. And it's been mild. It has been mild, weather temperature-wise. And when I say mild, I mean UK weather. So mild being, 7-8 degrees during the day. But it's also been the wettest, I believe, November, December, January on record. So yeah, whilst it's been mild for the UK, it's been wet as hell. In fact, I went and spent 4 weeks in Wales. I thought I'd go and do a little bit of a tour. That was a mistake. So of those 4 weeks, I got 3 days that I was actually able to get out of the camera and go and explore. All of this rain, wind, more rain, and heavy rain, and pissing down rain has taken its toll mentally. Definitely been the most challenging winter of the 3 that I've now been on the road. And yeah, it's been a struggle, to say the least, and another reason why I haven't posted for so long, because I don't need a GP to tell me I'm depressed at the moment. I suffer from SAD, this seasonal deficiency thing. Though I've been here for 25 years in England, I'm never going to get used to winters. I don't mind the cold so much, because you can layer up, etc. It's the mix of cold and wet that I will just never, ever get used to. And especially given that I use my bike for primary transport once I've parked the van up. Again, I will use the bike when it's absolutely, if I need to go and do shopping or if I need to get groceries, medication, etc. No problem using the bike. But to go out and explore and do loads of miles in the rain and wet doesn't fill me with excitement and joy. So yeah, those 4 weeks in Wales were a proper frustration. I paid to be on campsites for those 4 weeks, and then to only be able to get out and actually explore for 3 days really did wind me up. Yeah, it's been tough because there's no real social aspect in the wintertime when you're camping. People are always in their motorhomes. There's no one having a barbie. There's no one sitting outside chatting or doing anything. So yeah, it's been a real, real struggle. On those days I managed to get out, I have taken video, drone footage, etc. Which again, because of my mindset at the moment, the will is there, the idea is there, the thought process is there. I want to get this done. I want to upload it to YouTube, etc. And then when I sit down to actually do it, I just can't be bothered. So yeah, it's definitely getting worse. This seasonal thing, compounded obviously by the fact that I am a solo van lifer. If you were traveling with a partner or you're traveling with your family, if you are confined to the van for a few days, you've got company at least. You can play games, you can entertain each other, etc. When you're on your own with your dog, there's only so much conversation you can have with the dog. Their board game playing skills leaves a lot to be desired. So yeah, cabin fever, it gets a new name when it comes to van life, and you're stuck in a small little space of, 12 square meters or something ridiculous. So yeah, the reason I'm posting this, I know it's all doom and gloom, but ultimately that's what this channel's about, and it's always been about authentic, the authentic van life experience, the ups and downs, the highs and lows. And I need to get into that habit of recording the downs, and bringing those realities to you, because this is not about putting you off van life. Far from it, I'm still continuing van life, but it's important to know the realities of it, that, winters can be harsh in the UK. Yes, people go abroad, and I wish I could. I've chosen, because of Shaka, my dog's age. She's 14 in January. And for a Staffordshire Terrier, 14 is kind of pushing the boundaries of life expectancy. His vet did tell me that they've known a Staffy of 15. I recently met on a campsite, actually, someone with a Staffy who was 16. But that dog was deaf, blind, and pretty much unable to walk. So I'm not sure that I would want Shaka to get into that kind of state, for his own quality of life. Obviously I'll have to see how it goes and how his health does if it deteriorates in that way. At the moment, besides his mobility, he can't walk far distances. So, but besides that, there's no health conditions. There's nothing for me to concern myself with at the moment with regards to his health. But because of his age and because of Brexit, he has to have a passport, and he has to have all his jabs have to be up to date. And I'm just not willing to put him through all that at the moment. So yeah, as long as he's around, I'll stay in the UK. I made a video like this last year, probably around the same kind of time, when I just had enough of the winter. And I think I said then that I won't spend another winter in the UK. But, as long as Shark is around, I will be in the UK. If he's around at the end of this year into the next winter, then I will probably look for work or something to do over the winter rather than attempt to travel within the UK again, because that has led to a lot of frustration, a lot of expense for the very little reward, really. So yeah, we shall see how the year pans out. But just wanted to give you an update. As I say, it's not been an easy winter this year. It's just been raining constantly, storm after storm. The 1 week we had 2 storms with a day between them. The van has been shaken about and thrown about. Thankfully, like I said, the leak on the skylight has held out, and no other leaks have shown themselves, which has been, very fortunate. So I'm really happy with Star that she's managed to survive another winter season. But yeah, hopefully the worst is behind us. It's March. Trees are blossoming, flowers are blossoming. but it's still chilly. It's still very, very nippy out there. So, yeah, that's winter for you in the UK, I'm afraid. And I understand now totally why a lot of the Brits who can afford to, will go away for the winter months, or at least, even if it's a week or 2 weeks, just to go to a warmer climate, get that vitamin D, get a bit of sun on your skin. It just improves your mood immediately. But yeah, that's the set of cards I have at the moment. That's my circumstances, and I choose to, prioritize Shaka in what may be his last year. So yeah, we'll see how this year goes. But just wanted to put it out there again, just let you know the realities of van life. And again, this is relevant to my life as a solo van lifer, someone who's undertaking a photography project, who wants to get out there with my camera and my drone. So when it's raining, my equipment's not waterproof. I tend to not bother going out. Yes, I take the dogs out for a walk and everything else still, obviously, but I'm not going to spend, an hour riding my bike somewhere in rain and cold and wet, and it's just not my scene. But if you've been living van life, especially if you're a solo van lifer, feel free to comment below with any tips you have of how to keep your sanity in the winter months, especially when you're confined to your van for extended periods of time. I mean, when I was in Wales, I think there was a period of some 2 weeks where I didn't get anywhere. I went to the shop to go get some groceries, which was a few miles from the campsite, and that is literally it. The rest of the time I was in my van, going out of my mind. So yeah, if you got any tips, feel free to comment below. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there because otherwise I'm just going to start waffling on. So if you got any questions, obviously, as always, please do ask in the comments. Otherwise, until next time, be safe, be happy, be kind. Cheers.